Here is the continuation of my truth. It can be yours too. Money can't buy this information.
So basically, if you can see till today, you see the civilization has tried to cover up. I mean, the Caucasian man has used civilization to cover up his tracks, whereby till now you will see some Caucasian that they still want to eat their meat. Even there's grill, they can make it hard, they can fry it, they can do whatever with it. They still want to eat their meat rare, like rarely done, like still bloody because it's part of their DNA. They were raised to eat live meat from the day one. So they would do anything to get it done. So for an African man, the Abel, till today, when you want to eat meat, what do? You fry it. You fry it dry. You fry it till it becomes crispy like chips or whatever because you know you can eat blood. Without no condiments, you can eat meat. Without cooking it, frying it, boiling it, doing whatever you want to do to make it delicious, you cannot eat meat because it was not your DNA. You was you was put in a soil where there is abundance of food for you, fruit, veggies. These are all what you're supposed to thrive on. But nowadays, you see Abel now. You see Abels. Abel's everywhere eating meat, crying out for meat. Abel cannot see any kind of food without meat. Abel says that, damn, this is no food, man. This is just a poor man food. How could you believe that eating natural food, fruit, veggies is for the poor, but eating meat of other creatures just like you is for the rich? So if truly eating meat is really good for you, then why can't you start eating yourself? Eat yourself and grow over and over again if that philosophy is actually true. But no, you wouldn't do that. You will kick that away. You will choose to do what? Just to feed your ego because you was brought up in it. You was growing up from the beginning of your life. You was shown what to eat, what not to eat. Some people eat sheep, some people eat ram, pig, goat, chicken, and all stuff like that. Some people eat ostrich, some eat frog, but not everything you can eat. Some people will say, I was brought up in a home whereby they eat chicken, cow, beef, all sort of that. But ostrich, they can't eat. Frog, they can't eat because that was what they were brought up to eat. So it means you were programmed to eat all this stuff. So if you was programmed to eat lion, hyena, ostrich, zebra, you will be eating it. Rat, cockroach, you will love it. You would fucking goddamn love it because you was programmed to do so. So you follow what you was programmed to do. That's why I actually respect China or generally Asian countries. You know what I mean? They eat basically everything, even to mosquitoes. They even chew on mosquito. How tiny they are, they can get them a lot, like millions of billions, and they can fry them together, eat them, roaches and everything you can name off. They eat everything because they're real. They choose to eat everything. That's because they're real. I accept them for who they are. But you that you choose one thing over another thing, I don't accept you. You choose to eat a chicken, but you choose to have a pet as a dog. Fuck you. But I hope that you learn. But I'm just gonna tell you again. Fuck you. Some some tribes, yeah, some tribes actually on this planet, they eat dogs. Why you that you eat chicken, eat goat, eat beef, you ate them for eating a dog because you call a dog a pet, and you call chicken, cow, meat to eat. See that? You always choose a favorite. You always choose a favorite, just like the God that they said created you, Abel and Cain. Your God chooses a favorite. At the same time, you unsubconsciously you always choose a favorite over another creation. So you know what I mean? You can also see that if you can have a critical thinking, you would observe, you would realize that there's been um there's been something fishy, something that's been created, a system that's been created to fuck you up, to fuck you up, to fuck your father and mother up, to fuck your children up. Because what you do, what your parents pass on to you, your generation will pass on to you, you're gonna pass it to your children too, based on either it's true or lies, as long as it makes you feel comfortable. But deep down, it doesn't make you feel comfortable. It just feeds your ego. And you just realize like you don't have the strength or the energy. I wouldn't call it balls or pussies. You don't have the strength or the energy to actually think for yourself and realize that you can actually unlearn, to learn, decode and code new information, because the information is out there. It's basically out there for you to get. But you having the strength, the acceptance to realize that you are doing something not actually really, really right. Because on this planet, we say humans are higher animal. You all realize that humans too are animals, just as other creatures, but we have more intellectual, wows. So we're supposed to use this intellectual wows to do what? To guide other animals to see the truth, to see the light, whereby they don't consume one another. But you know what happened? You forget that Cain, which was the Caucasian man, he was so envious of other animals eating each other. So he had to, give in, because that was the only way they thought that was possible to survive. But man shall never, or shall not live by bread alone, but shall live by every word that comes out of his mouth, and action that he shows. Action comes first before words. You show action, words will follow. When you don't show action, nobody will follow your words, because words is empty. Words just goes on as long as you were speaking it, saying some certain things, as long as you were casting the spell. Words are spell. Words are nothing but just spell. The moment you're saying it, yeah, you could compel someone else. But after it has been said, in a couple of minutes, the person forgets what you said. But if you prove an action, let's say somebody does an offense and the person faced the consequences, trust me, this person will never forget for the rest of their life. But if you just use words to scare the person, like this will be your consequences if you do that, if you do this, you know by yourself that the person would not care, would not give a damn, a F. The person wouldn't give a F, because nothing is challenging. So, because this life, we're meant to challenge one another to grow. Without that, we don't grow. So you see, I'm not trying to blame Abel or blame Cain. I'm just trying to say is that ABC is as simple as ABC. Abel to Cain. Where's the B? It's between A and C. The B was supposed to be what? Bind together and make this planet a better place, and make this world a better place. Cain doesn't have any fault. Abel didn't have any fault as well. But it is what it is. Cain came over to Abel, saw Abel was having a lot of stuff without doing anything. Then Abel dived into it. So it means that Mother Nature was cruel. It put Abel in a soil whereby there's abundance, and it put Cain whereby it wasn't abundance. So let's say it was a test, and now the test has failed. Everybody is promoting meat, promoting eating other creatures. Have you ever seen whereby a creature was killed in your face, like a cow, a goat? How would you feel? But all you gotta do is go to the store, buy some meat, cook it, buy some condiments, some voodoo shit, mix together, and eat that shit. And you feel like, whoa, you just ate something delicious. Whoa, you're so cool, you're so dope. But now You're not different from the person that killed the animal. Even you're worse. Because if you were not buying it, the person killing the animal wouldn't be killing the animal. So actually, you are the master of the butcher that's actually killing the animals. So you could feed because you pay those people money to feed. Money is the root of all evils, like, as we all know. Everybody is chasing money but forgetting their ability, their purpose on this planet. Everyone is chasing money, busy looking for money. Money is now the new energy. Without when people ain't got no money, they're like shit. But when they got money, they feel like whoa, they're so energetic. That's the artificial life, the AI you're living in now. AI. You're all artificial. Anybody that is bound to die seeking for money, you are AI because that's your energy. Now, when you got money, you don't care. You fat, you eat junks, you're getting sick, your respiratory system is fucked up. You don't care as long as you got money. Let's take money out of your life and see who you are, how strong you can be. Can you move from point A to point B without needing money? No, basically now humans have lost their power. Humans have lost their strength.